So we just finished another season Infinite Grind, coming in 63 for this season, playing a Loki deck featuring Baron Zemo. So let's talk about the deck and Baron Zemo overall. Now Baron Zemo is one of the newest cards released today alongside Red Hulk, and he is the season pass card coming in at a 3/5 with a new unique ability called Recruiting. And basically you take one of the cards out of their deck, their lowest cost card, it is put on your side, and yes, it does activate their ability. Now this was a card I was pretty excited about because I really enjoy cards that have a unique ability. You know, Red Hulk, he's really not doing anything crazy, he's just a massive stat stick. And with Baron Zemo, there were two different decks I was excited to try him out in, and that is Loki, which I played all the way from 73 to Infinite, and also Silver Surfer. Now, considering that Red Hulk came out today and you usually float turns 1 and 2 in that Silver Surfer list, I didn't think it would be in my best interest to play that on my climb to Infinite. So let's talk about the Loki deck that I played him inside of. The Loki list should look very familiar to you because I basically just took the current best iteration of it, and where Rogue typically would be, I slotted in Baron Zemo. I think some people are starting to run Cosmo in that spot now, which for good reason in today's current meta. And I gotta say, majority of the games I played, I wish I would have had one of those two cards over Baron Zemo. Now, when I thought he would be a good candidate for this list, I was like, okay, you know, Loki's already like taking their deck, right? Cable's taking a card from him. You got Baron Zemo now that's going to take another card and play it. We're running the Elsa Bloodstone, so it's going to help fill up our lanes that much sooner, and we can start getting buffs. And I just found myself, you know, either clogging myself up where I was like trying to play into Hope Summers, or he was screwing me. In fact, the highlight of my night is Baron costing me 4 Qs because on a TVA last turn of the game, I played Baron and it pulled Viper and it sent my Baron across. Yeah, it was a great moment. I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now, I want to talk about the stats of this list though before we jump into the gameplay footage, because I think that's something important to discuss. On the right, these are stats from rank 73 to 93 with a lot of bot games scattered into it. On the left is once I got to rank 93, I noticed I wasn't playing bots anymore. In fact, I think from 93 to Infinite, I only had 2 bot games. And you can see they're significantly different. Once I get to where it's only humans, the stats are a lot worse. In fact, I won 20 cubes in 3 games back to back. I won an 8, a 4, and then an 8 cube game. And if it wasn't for those, the stats would look even worse than they already do. The stats aren't great on either one of these. And just something to take note of, and I think to mention, is that these first few days when we're all putting out videos, be very mindful of the stats that we put out, the things that we say, the win rates, because you could probably take just about any deck and climb to Infinite when you're running over bots and they just kind of pad your numbers, and you know that if you retreat for 1 against a real human, you're going to make up a 4 and 8 Q game against a bot. So like I said, just take it with a grain of salt. But as you can see, against all real humans, not great. Basically a 50% win rate with this list. And I just got to say, it was just underperforming. While I think Loki is a great deck, it was just Thanos after Thanos after Thanos who's running the Mobius that's shutting down our Loki and our Quinjet. Or I was going up against the mirror match against Loki's and they were still running Rogue, so they were taking my Mobius or my Quinjet. Just don't think this is probably the home for Baron Zemo. Like I said, most of the time I wish I would have had Rogue or Cosmo, but there's a few times where it was fun and it worked out and it actually made a difference. But I gotta say that was probably like 10% of the time. So yeah, Loki's definitely a great deck. I don't think Baron is the perfect fit here. I definitely think you're gonna want to have one of those other tech cards, Rogue or Cosmo. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into the gameplay highlights. I hope y'all enjoy them. So as always, gang, y'all be good, y'all be safe. I will catch y'all in the next one. Do me that favor, click the like button, greatly helps the channel and the video. If you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you around. And while you're down there, let me know, leave me a comment. Are you hyped for Baron Zemo and Red Hulk? Or you got any decks that are working for you? I gotta say, after my climb to Infinite tonight, definitely not as excited about Baron Zemo as I was, but it's only day 1. Oh yeah, it's a rough one today. 93 to Infinite. No bots so far. No bots. Take a card, pick a card, any card. Now, you know, they wouldn't be playing Phoenix Force, right? That's not what their avatar's for. Just like, well, I got their dang Brood. What else am I gonna get? I'll let him have a rock. So it's Silver Surfer. Oh my gosh. Okay. This is one of those times where, you know, it's all coming into play. We got their Silver Surfer. We got their Brood. They can't do any Wong shenanigans. You know, we got a lot of cards. And all their cards are going to be like pretty cheap. So, with that being said, let's wait a turn. I want to play the Elsa. I want to get the buffs. Taking another, oh, my Quinjet. It's not going to do much for you. It's not going to do much for you. Heyo. So, I mean, this wins instantly. Figuring this out. I messed this up actually. Yeah, I screwed that up. I think we're still gonna win. Yeah, we still got him. Man, I screwed that play up. Big time. It should. I was trying to get the card from Baron, and so I lost the buff on Elsa, but I did pull a 4, so it was probably about the same, but we lost 1. Well, no, I do not know why I was having such a hard time with that that play. It's been a long session, though. It's been a long session. It's these last cubes. It's always these last cubes. Oh, Thanos. Now, we do have the Baron Zemo. This is always like the Thanos dream. It's like, oh, I'm going to reality stone it on the final turn. So he's probably got his stones. Ah, I got the reality stone now. I've got the reality stone now. And I'm getting a free card. They are too, but... Ooh, a red Hulk. And I guess they're gonna know it. They don't know that I got the reality stone. So I don't want to play the snow guard. Next turn. 1. It's a vision. It is a vision. And they got pro. This is plenty. If I add 7, I'm really only adding 6. Now, the only issue here is if I get Goliath. They haven't ended their turn either. They also have a free 6 drop. They always move Vision over. Well, that was for Infinite. We needed that one. Whew. All the Thanos players making it tough on your boy. Like I said, I was afraid of the Elias. So you got the free Magneto. That's like the best play, right? Cable and Baron doing work. Oof.